Welcome to You Can't Get There From Here, Volume 2, a limited audio series from Toronto's Factory Theatre featuring 5 commissioned audio theatrical works from some of Canada's most creative playwrights. My name is Nina Liakino, and I am the Artistic Director of Factory Theatre. In this episode, we are thrilled to present the world premiere of Casting by award-winning playwright Choi, directed by Courtney Lancaster and featuring the vocal talents of Shawn, Ahmed, Laura Condlln, and Janet Porter. This audio drama is set in Toronto, and it stands on land under the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, a treaty between the Haudenosaunee, the Wendat, and the Anishinaabe, which includes the Mississaugas of the Credit, that bounds them to share the territory and protect the land. All Indigenous nations and settlers alike are invited to live by these treaties' terms in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. Today, the meeting place of Toronto is still home to many Indigenous people across Turtle Island. Factory would like to acknowledge with gratitude all the storytellers, stewards, and caretakers, recorded and unrecorded, on whose territory we are able to live and thrive. We'd like to encourage all our listeners to take some time to learn about the treaties that exist where you live or are listening from today. You can find more information at www.whos.land. Whether you're listening from your home or taking a journey through your city, thank you for tuning in and enjoy Casting.
Hey, did you get lunch?
Yeah, the fish was great.
Fish? What fish? There was fish?
Yeah.
Was it salmon?
Trout, I think.
Damn, love trout.
I could get you some.
No, it's fine.
It's no big deal. I'll be right back.
Drew, stay. You're not an intern anymore.
Sorry, out of habit.
Let's get started.
We have a late audition on its way.
What?
3 self-tapes are here and ready to go, but...
So there's 4?
Yeah, sorry.
Not your fault. Let's wait then. Watch them as a group and stop apologizing.
Right.
Hey, did locations send options for the bowling alleys yet?
I'll bring them up. Great idea.
Do you know offhand if the Bowlerama on Yonge Street up by Finch made the list? The one in Newtonbrook Plaza?
The one that used to be at Yonge and Comer?
Used to be?
Saw some articles about it. They turned it into condos.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Don't know. Wasn't involved.
That's too bad.
Fond memories as a kid?
It's where I met my wife. I grew up in Winnipeg.
Aw.
To Winnipeg?
To meeting your wife in a Bowlerama.
A mutual friend's kid's birthday party.
That's romantic.
It was.
I was being serious.
Can't get a gauge on your sarcasm yet.
Well, there usually isn't much.
Bowling makes everyone look dumb. She fell in love with how dumb I looked. Hey, what about Bathurst Bowlerama? That on the list?
Condos.
That too?
Yep.
Bowlerama West?
Condos.
Which are not condos.
Thorncliffe Bowlerama. It's now a fitness center.
So where does that leave us?
Here, look at these. This is Danforth Bowl over by Coxwell and Danforth.
Coxwell on Danforth? Remind me to avoid Danforth. Stick around, kid. I'll ruin ya. Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, that's Playtime Bowl up by Yorkdale Mall.
Right.
And this is Shamrock Bowl over by Gerard and where Gerard jumps a block.
Shamrock Bowl.
They're 5-pin, though.
Cops in a 5-pin league. Could be funny.
It's on the smaller side, 7 lanes or so. There's also a bowling alley in Parkway Mall at Victoria Park in Ellesmere, but it wasn't on the list.
Where's Ellesmere?
In Scarborough. Heading west, it turns into York Mills, then Wilson, then Albion.
Oh, that's a lot of useful information.
Yeah, I grew up in Scarborough with friends in Rexdale.
From one hood to another.
It wasn't that hoodie.
So what do you think? Which bowling alley would you pick?
Oh, I'm not sure.
If you had to. Or at least, what are some thoughts you're thinking about?
Playtime's the biggest. A lot of room inside for lights and cameras.
Mm-hmm.
It's already an industrial area, so easy for trucks to park, and it's all on ground level.
Those are great thoughts. What else?
It's a bit far.
Yep.
And pricey.
I'm sure.
But I'd probably go with it, because it looks most like where cops would have a league. Which would you choose?
I'm kind of leaning towards the Shamrock.
Really?
Just the story. Doesn't have to be a league. Could be an impromptu get-together among cops in the neighborhood. No need for background performers, less to dress.
Yeah, it's cozier, for sure.
The chief of police knows the owner, an after-hours hangout.
And it looks pretty retro already. I think that's a pinball machine. In the
Oh
back.
my God, zoom in. Is that a Miss Pac-Man?
What's a Miss Pac-Man?
That's a bona fide stand-up Miss Pac-Man. Shamrock, it is.
Seriously?
No. Let's first figure out our chief of police. Anything?
Not yet. It'll ping.
Okay. Well, as entertaining as it is for you to watch me eat, why don't we watch the first 3 and hope the 4th arrives by the time we're done, yeah?
Sure.
Hi, my name is
Just go to the audition.
And every cop's got a target on their back.
Fill the screen and put the volume up, please. I need all the help I can get.
A formatting for seniors. Got it.
There's the sarcasm.
Every cop's got a target on their back. Like, we mess up, the internet tears us a new one. So when we don't mess up, like today, thanks to you, damn right, I'm going to do all in my power to make it go viral. Oh, look, I respect you not wanting to be in the spotlight, but policing is a business, and you're great marketing. Sorry. Now, watch me make this 7-10 split.
Okay.
Next.
Yep, just the audition.
Every cop's got a target on their back. We mess up, the internet tears us a new one. So when we don't mess up, like today, thanks to you, damn right, I'll do all in my power to make it go viral. Look, I respect you not wanting to be in the spotlight. But policing is a business and you're great marketing. Sorry. Now, watch me make this 7-10 split.
And the third actor.
Every cop's got a target on their back. We mess up, the internet tears us a new one. So when we don't mess up like today, thanks to you, damn right, I'll do all in my power to make it go viral. Look, I respect you not wanting to be in the spotlight, but policing's a business and you're great marketing. Sorry. Now, watch me make this 7-10 split.
And the 4th?
Not yet.
Okay. What do you think?
What do you think?
I know what I think. I'm interested in your unfettered opinion.
She was okay.
Third one?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe too cute, maybe too thin to be the chief of police.
Good thoughts.
Kinda rushed and mumbled a bit, too.
How about actor number 2?
A bit on the large for me?
Physically or acting-wise?
Both?
I disagree.
For both?
No, she was hefty, but hefty's good. Chief of police should have some weight to throw around. I love large women. If only TV did too.
Maybe her acting wasn't large, but just kinda too intense in a quiet way, if you know what I mean.
She was being understated.
Right.
Bringing a gravitas to the authority of the role.
Exactly, that's what I meant.
And it could work with some scoring and if this was Sin City.
Casting's never easy, eh?
Every role is important.
No small parts.
There are small parts, but every actor you're dealing with is taking you away from the actor you might need to be dealing with.
Gotcha.
How often were you on set on your last show?
Only for the episode I wrote. 3-4 days?
Were you ever alone on set?
No, there was always a showrunner or a senior writer, so I've never had to be the final line of defense, if that's what you're asking.
Wasn't. Want some? The woman in craft bakes these herself. She's incredible.
No, I'm good. Yeah, Janice is awesome. She was on Canada's Best Baker.
I believe it.
You should also try her samosas.
You like being on set?
It was okay. A little nerve-wracking.
How so?
Sometimes it got to be a status game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Who's got the better idea? Who's more confident in their idea?
Oh, I know.
And it was tricky knowing when to speak honestly, because you don't want to be disagreeable, but you also don't want to just be a yes man.
Especially if you're a woman.
Must have been tricky for you early on, being the only woman in the room.
Still am. Still is. But probably not too different from your experience, I'm sure.
Who would you choose?
As our chief of police?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'd cast a wider net. Make some adjustments so there's more to choose from. Make it more easily castable.
Make it a man?
True. That would make it more easily castable.
And go American?
Yeah, it is a bigger pool down there, and true, every Canadian star was made in America, but no. I'm determined to keep her a her from here for now. It's about time we had a female chief of police.
Oh, right.
What? You think it's too obvious an agenda?
No. I don't know.
It's just us.
Well, how many female chief of polices are there in the real world?
Not enough. But I like to think we're telling it like it is and also showing how it could be.
I buy that, within some reason.
You remember 24, the TV show?
No?
Yeah, I guess it was a while ago. It featured a black American president.
Oh.
And I like to think that had a little to do with Obama.
Would you still keep her white?
The chief of police?
Yeah.
She's not necessarily white. It's not by design. These 3 actors have all been white so far. It's just who's mostly out there.
Yeah.
Wondering if this is a good when, to speak honestly.
I don't think white actors are who's mostly out there.
That's not my opinion. Those are numbers.
Affected by agents.
Who are free to make those business decisions.
Who all happen to be white.
Not all. And no one's preventing people of color from becoming agents.
What I mean is, there's a bias.
Sure. We all have one.
And white agents see more potential in white actors than actors of color.
Maybe.
And I know what you're going to say, but it doesn't hold water.
What's that?
That for every 10 white actors in the city, there's 4 black actors, 2 brown actors, and 1 Asian or indigenous actor. So the odds favor white actors.
Why is it Asian or indigenous?
I don't know. That's just how it breaks down.
I wasn't going to say that. But let's say that's true. It's probably because acting schools graduate those percentages.
And that's because the faculty admitting those percentages reflect those percentages. Or it's because white people are really better actors.
Wow.
Hey, no one wants to say it, but I think a lot of people think it. Or it's hinted at, you know?
Yes, I do, unfortunately. But also, if you don't see yourself on screen, you don't see it as a viable career. So why would you? Or why would parents support their kids to go into a career that didn't seem viable? I don't want my son going into acting.
'Cause he's white?
Asian. East Asian. Adopted.
Oh. Yeah, it's complicated.
Getting women in the door used to be a big deal. Nowadays, getting queer women of color in the door is the big deal. But change takes time.
Doesn't have to.
What I'm saying is, it takes time for anyone to get good at anything.
True.
And I'd even say that some people are more interested in showing good for the internet than making a good show.
Both could happen. They're not mutually exclusive.
And when both don't happen, the internet attacks a show for being too white. Or even worse, artists of color are used as diversity trophies, cosmetic shields.
But I'd rather have the latter than yet another all-white show. At least then the artists of color gain experience, get paid, and get better.
If it doesn't crush them in the process.
How?
Feeling inept or like a charity case is pretty rough.
So is unemployment or being unseen. Am I fired?
Not yet. You do realize I'm playing devil's advocate, right?
Of course.
When I was in university, I was a juror for a student play festival. It was a blind jury, so we didn't know who wrote what.
And everyone was white.
Yeah, but 95% of the student body was white back then.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, it was 3 men and me on the jury, and one play in particular I could tell was written by a woman. But it just wasn't any good. So I voted against it, as the whole jury did. But when the results came out, the female writer of that play accused me of sleeping my way to that position of privilege and called me Auntie Tom. Like Uncle Tom, but...
Wow.
Yeah. Thank God social media didn't exist back then.
Out of curiosity, how many plays that made it on stage were written by men?
All 4 of them.
Maybe only men submitted.
Except for that woman who...
Right.
Have you ever written a play?
No.
Why not?
Couldn't afford to. That's Aisha, our 4th.
Oh, just in time. I was running out of stories and witty banter.
Shit.
What's this? Why does it look like this? Did she just email it to you?
Okay, I did a slightly unconventional thing. I asked her to audition for the role.
So it was 3.
Yeah.
Dhruv.
I know. I'm sorry.
You can't do that.
But she never gets auditions.
That's not your job.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it is.
Suggest her to the casting director. We're done here.
Wait, the casting director hates her, and her agent doesn't send her out. So I'm out here on a limb, and it'll take a minute. It's not that big of a deal.
Let me guess. She's South Asian like you?
She's black.
Are you related to her?
No.
You sleeping with her?
No.
You want to?
No. maybe, but no, it's not like that. We're just TikTok friends, that's all. I barely know her.
Then why are you doing this for her?
Because she's a good actor.
We have a system. It's not perfect, but at least it's an attempt at being fair and objective.
Well, how can it be objective when everyone's white in the process?
Dhruv, this is not how we do things. How do I know this isn't tit for tat? Harvey Weinstein didn't start off raping girls.
What? You're comparing me to Harvey Weinstein?
No, I'm just saying what you did was a mistake. I don't even make decisions alone here.
I think you're overreacting. Look, I'm sorry.
Dhruv, step aside.
But isn't this why I'm here, though? Isn't this what the Associate EP's all about? New perspectives? New ideas? Or am I just here for... Please. It'll take a minute.
I gotta go. Send it to me.
I was at Starbucks anyway, thought I'd get you one.
Thanks.
It's also kind of an apology gift for earlier. I'm sorry. I overstepped.
It's fine. All part of the learning curve.
Right. Shamrock Bowl is available if we want to go that way.
Oh, that's good to know.
And Playtime Bowl is pricey, but available too.
Okay. Thanks.
Did you have a look?
At what?
Aisha's audition.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
She's a good actor.
Oh, good.
I've never seen her before.
So, is she our new chief of police?
We're thinking it through.
Okay.
The chief of police has a white husband.
Right.
Who's bookish and 5'6".
Gotcha.
It's just a bit distracting if the woman is taller.
Why?
Because it's not what's mostly out there.
What about showing how things could be and all that?
Within some reason, as you said.
She'll never wear heels.
Tall black woman with a shorter bookish white husband? I don't know. It's gotta be a big black man that's in the military or does renos. Those are the non-distracting matches that come to my mind.
Great. Let's recast the husband.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Wait, but you have no problem marrying him to a taller white chief of police?
Can you get the door?
Sure.
Preferably shorter, but if I'm being honest, yeah. Or an Asian woman.
Why is that?
There's lots of Asian women with white guys.
Why not a black woman? It's just us.
I know. I don't know. I find it easier picturing a white woman finding him attractive than a black woman finding him attractive. Not speaking from experience, obviously, but from portrayals of black women I've seen on TV and films, you know, they're more...
Angry?
In charge. They know what they want. They're stronger. Black women won't let their black husbands get away with much. And that's coming from black stand-ups at the Apollo to a laughing black audience.
Okay, you know that black women can also be insecure, shy, quiet, and weak like a lot of humans, right?
Yeah, but we can't write that.
I can, I think. And I can make her like shorter, bookish white guys, too.
It's just one scene, Drew.
So you're not going to cast her because of him?
He may only be white to you, but he's a good person, a great talent, and a friend of mine. Aisha's a good actor. We should find a role for her.
Why does he need to be married to the chief of police?
Oh, there's a bunch of references early in this season.
Which can be revised. Maybe he's married to deputy chief.
What's a deputy chief?
I don't know. I just hear it on other cop shows. And Aisha can be introduced as the chief of police in this episode, and we grow her character next season.
If we get a next season.
She's better than one episode.
She is. And that's a lot of work.
Which I am prepared to do.
But then we'd have two tall, thin black women on the same show.
That doesn't bother me. How many shows have 4 tall white guys? I get confused all the time. It's really hard to follow.
It'll cause unnecessary friction among the cast.
Who? Oh, right. But this is bigger than her insecurities, and I bet Aisha's really good with that black sisterhood stuff. She'll win her over. We're not ticking any boxes here. This is all based on merit, regardless of how she came through the door. And when the show's an international hit, she'll tell the story of how no one believed in her except for the only female showrunner in the city, who loves salmon.
Trout. Have a look at how much needs to be revised, and we'll have a preliminary chat with her agent.
Thank you.
And find out what a deputy chief is. What are you looking at?
Nothing. It's just, I don't know. Well, it feels like a moment. If you want to get somewhere and you can't get there from here, what do? You change here. I feel like that's what we're doing.
You want a trophy or something?
Yeah, I want a diversity trophy. That's what I want.
Get art department on it.
Okay.
Look, I'm still at work. Let's talk when I get home, okay? No, I just don't think he needs any more after-school academic clubs. I'd rather sign him up for soccer or basketball or... Yeah, mathanasium too. Just because it sounds athletic doesn't mean it is.
Why aren't you casting Aisha?
I gotta go. Love you too. Close the door and sit down.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm sorry.
You were an intern.
I said I was sorry.
That is now an associate EP because I demanded it.
I'm grateful. I'm just a little upset.
I don't owe you anything.
I know.
We had a few chats with Aisha's agent, and it got to the point where she wanted triple scale plus a 2-episode guarantee this season.
What?
Yeah.
Aisha wanted that.
I never spoke with her, but I'm sure her agent did, who actually may have a better pulse on what she's worth south of the border. The other EPs and I talked it over, and we're deciding we can't afford her.
But this could be her big break.
We thought so, too.
I'll talk to her.
No, you won't.
It's hard trusting anyone when you're the only non-white person in the whole process.
What are you texting?
To call me.
Don't send it. Why did you do that?
Because I'm trying to help.
It could look like we're using you to get to her. You're not making us look good, Drew. What is it? What did she say? Drew?
I'm not calling you. Don't call me. They divide us to remain in power. Must be nice to be prioritized.
Prioritized? What does that mean? Oh.
I guess we're casting a wider net.
Yeah.
Oh, under the chief of police are the chief information officer, the chief administrator, and 2 deputy chiefs. They're second in command.
Any of them female?
No. 4 white guys and 1 Asian guy. But there was a white female chief of police in Guelph and Calgary, and the current one in Windsor is an Asian woman married to a white guy.
Drew, you're a hard worker and a great writer.
Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information on this audio drama, please visit the show notes or find us on social media. If you loved what you just listened to, please share it. Leave us a review or screenshot today's episode and post it on your social media channels with the hashtag #YouCan'tGetThereFromHere. And if you'd like to lend even more support to our audio drama series, consider making a donation in support of our free virtual programming so that we can continue to offer this vital access to arts and culture for audiences across Canada. All donations are 100% tax deductible and go directly to paying the artists and tradespeople who made this episode possible. To donate, visit factorytheater.ca/donate. If you haven't already, we hope you'll check out all the other audio dramas in Volume 2 of You Can't Get There From Here. Thank you for joining us.